What's up, everybody? This is another episode of Growing Up Italian podcast, and today we got special guest Tommy Kuti. Did I say that right?
So,
Did I say
man,
that right?
it sounded all right. It sounded all right. Yeah, it sounded
What's up,
good.
bro?
It's all good, man. All chilling.
How's
I'm
everything?
chilling here. All right, man. Luckily, this lockdown is coming to an end. Things are going back to normal over here. Let's see what's going to happen.
Thank God. All right, for everybody that doesn't know Tommy, we met
Mm-hmm.
on Clubhouse,
Yeah,
AfroItaliano,
yeah.
very in a town very small next to Brescia,
Uh-huh.
right? Born in Nigeria, moved to Italy when
Exactly.
you were piccolino, 2 years old,
2 years old. Yes.
with your whole family, right? Your mom, your dad.
Yeah, exactly.
You have brothers
Then,
and sisters?
yeah. My brothers were born here in Italy. All of my brothers we're five brothers.
Oh, so you're the
So,
oldest.
yeah, I'm the oldest. I'm the
So
first one.
you're the only one that wasn't born in Italy.
Exactly.
So now, how was that like transition for you from Africa to Italy? Like, was it from the stories your parents tell you and what you remember growing up? Like, how
Yeah.
was that whole process
To
like?
be honest, I don't remember much being in Nigeria because I was 2 years old
Yeah, you don't remember any of
when
that.
I came. I no, I don't. I really don't have memories from me in Nigeria when I was a kid. I remember when I was like 6 years old and we went there for a month or something. But yeah, I guess maybe I can't recall much the transition between coming to from Africa to here, but I can recall like the first experiences being a black kid in an all white Italian school, all white Italian
So
nursery school.
you would say you were the only black kid in an Italian
Yeah,
school?
yeah. When I was like in kindergarten, yeah, I started having some other like black kids, foreign kids when I went to elementary school, but that was when I was already 7 years old. When I actually moved to another town, because my family, we started off living in Brescia, then we moved to this little town called Castiglione dello Stiviere. Yeah,
So the little town is more like quiet versus Brescia. Brescia's a bigger
yeah,
city.
Brescia is yeah. Well, also there in Brescia, we were living in a really smaller town. But yeah, like actually, when I moved to this Castiglione town, like I went to live like in a neighborhood where everyone was foreign, like those projects neighborhoods where like all all kids of immigrants lived, all children of immigrants lived.
Your English is
So,
really good, bro. Your English is really good.
bro, I was an exchange
You didn't
student.
learn that in an Italian school.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. I was an exchange student, bro. I was an exchange student. I came to the US
I
twice.
remember
Like in
because when
yeah,
we were
yeah,
talking that time, I think
yeah.
you were one of your friends was in Atlanta or something.
No, my friend went to California and
Yeah.
I went to Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I remember we were talking about all that. So that's why your English is
Yeah.
so good because you really like lived it.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Then I used to have like an American girl. Like I have an
Ah, you
American
like the
girl.
American
Yeah.
girls, huh?
I mean, I like it, man. Definitely.
So for
Always wanted
everybody
that.
that doesn't follow you or watch
Mm.
your videos, it's pretty entertaining because hold on, I'm gonna wait for this fire truck to pass. You hear it?
Damn, New York life.
It's
Yeah,
New
I can hear
York.
that.
We're live.
New
We're
York
live.
life,
We're
man.
live in Brooklyn right now. You can't fake this. All right. So what I was gonna say was, for anybody that doesn't follow you, you're very animated. Like when I see your videos, you start comunque. Blah, 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 and you start, I feel like your
I'm,
nickname should be Tommy Comunque Cuti. Like
Tommy comunque,
every
comunque.
every video you do, you start with comunque, comunque.
Yeah,
So
I realized I use that word. I realized at some point that I use that word a lot, comunque, which is however in English.
yeah.
So
However,
I just made a format out of it. So everything that comes out of my mind, I'm like, okay, comunque, people, listen.
I love that. So tell us a little bit about like your journey because you moved to Nigeria when you were 2. You went to school. Where did like becoming an artist and this like whole personality come into play?
Uh,
Was it something when you were a kid you were always like the animated one and like everybody
yeah,
like
if I have to be honest, like my exchange student here in the US really changed my life totally. Like before that, I was kind of I wouldn't say shy, but I don't know. Like if you grow up in an environment where there is a little bit of racism, people are looking at you a certain way. Maybe your family is not doing so well off, like financially. You just have some kind of insecurities and stuff like that. But when I went to the US as an exchange student, even though I went to a little redneck town that was in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania, those people still like appreciated me and made me feel at home. So I came back home. I came back to Italy with a whole different energy, with a whole different mentality. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make this music thing work.
So
So
you live
that's
in
what
an
I was.
American dream in Italy.
I can say that. I can really say that. I can really say that. Like
Yeah.
I'm really like thankful. Like people, I'm sure people in Italy don't even realize it, but a lot of my way of thinking, even sometimes people like when they see me, they're like, you're super chill, you're super humble. I really think that comes a lot from my experience in the US, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I realized that a lot of people like I don't know, even famous US celebrities, sometimes you might meet them and they're just chill. Like I can say that we don't really have that mentality much over here. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about being an Afro-Italiano in a school where you're the only black kid. Like, how was that growing up? Was it rough?
Yeah, it was rough, man. Because also, I always like to say this, like US kids, if you're a black American, at least you have those Michael Jackson, those Mike Tysons, you have all those type of figures that you could use as examples
Yeah.
as people to look up to. Over here, it's kind of difficult because it's different. Like we don't like since immigration started in Italy in the last recent maybe 20 or 30 years, people actually are still getting used to the idea of people being different. Of
Yeah.
Italian having different type of colors
Hey,
and different type
Italy's
of
kind of
national.
behind with that. Italy's
Yeah,
behind with that.
Italy is really behind with that. Of course, like this generation, even in this last year, a lot of things are changing. Like I'm happy about some of like things that some of my friends that are Afro-Italiano that are getting good opportunities, like who's making movies, who's becoming an actor. But yeah, we still cannot compare it to countries like England, France, or Germany.
Yeah,
It's a whole.
they're way ahead as far as that. I mean, like look
Yeah,
at just the soccer teams. We have Mario Balotelli and Moise and that's it. Like those are only
that's it.
like
That's it, man.
France that I would say is like a country like Italy, like all their
Yeah.
players, who's from Turkey, who's from Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
It's
you can
different.
see the difference. But
It's cra- it's crazy. We're getting there though. So it's I can't lie. Every person who grows up black in Italy will eventually have some kind of trauma for
yeah,
sure.
because like we were talking about the Netflix series that you
Hmm.
were promoting because
Yeah, yeah.
it kind of tells that story of like
Open up.
of
Yeah, yeah.
Afro-Italiani in Italy.
And also like I really like I appreciated that series not because it's the best series I ever seen in my life, but it's because it's the first time I'm seeing something like a television product where I feel represented, where people are speaking with my perspective from my point of view. You feel
You're
me?
like that's me.
Yeah, yeah. That whole thing could have been filmed in my neighborhood where I grew up. And before that, it didn't really happen because even me, like sometimes I do like I am asked to do some acting jobs, and 90% of the acting jobs that they want to give me is like me being a drug dealer, me being like an immigrant fresh off the boat, me being some kind of I don't know merchant, like those people they call them bukumprab, those people who sell stuff on the street. So yeah,
Like growing up, I don't know if it's a proper term, but like, in my little town in Italy, there were like the Moroccans that would come sell blankets and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Marroquin, right? Isn't that
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
isn't that
yeah. They will call them Marroquini, even though they're not all Marroquini. That's crazy, right?
anybody that's different to Marroquin?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, it's crazy. Like this country really needs to be educated. And you know what's also sad about Italy sometimes? What Italians forget that at the end of the day, what made Italian it's a mixture of population. We all know that. Like it's all the Arabs, it's all the people from the south, people from the north,
Greece,
like
Greece, yeah.
all kind of people made Italians. But I don't know why in the last recent years Italian came to think that it's just one, it's just one ethnicity and one nationality, which is crazy. It's like sometimes I wish at school they will teach us what really went on in history. That will make a difference.
With
100%.
Italians, though, like what I noticed, they critique a lot.
And
Like, I have a lot of issues with Italians in Italy too, because like my parents were both born in Italy, and then I was
okay.
born here, and then they say I'm not Italian. Like anybody that, like, who made the rules? Like what's Italian and what isn't is what I want to know.
Man, it's crazy. It's very delicate, man. It's very delicate. It's very delicate because I don't know. I have people like me who were born in this country and they do not have the citizenship. I don't even know if you heard about this last recent situation with the famous TikToker. There is, I don't know. There is this TikToker called Gabi. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And he became the most famous celebrity in this country, okay,
Yep.
all of a sudden, out of the blue. But what's crazy is that even though he's Italian, he's technically not Italian because he doesn't have Italian citizenship.
Yeah,
How
bro.
crazy is
You
that?
know that kid or no? Do you talk to him?
We talked a couple of times on
I love
on
that
the
kid,
internet.
bro.
Yeah, it's
Me,
cool.
my cousin, like all of us, we share all his videos because like
Yeah, it's
he
funny.
doesn't even.
And then
I didn't even know he lived
talk.
in Italy because he doesn't even have to talk. Like his facial expressions say it all, you know?
No, it's crazy, man. What's funny is that I swear to God, I was talking to him like a Saturday night, like a month ago, and all of a sudden, the next day, he blew up. Like he blew up, like all over the world. Like it's something I've never seen before.
Yeah,
Seriously,
no.
like
You know, that's the power of TikTok though. Like someone could just go viral in a minute.
all over the world, all over. But it's crazy. Like I don't know. I just never seen something like that before. All over the world, the whole world knows him. And it's this kid I was talking to, and he's from Italy, he's from Torino or something.
No, that's amazing, man. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as far as the hip hop scene in Italy goes, you're an artist,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Romelu Lukaku. The song's name's Lukaku, right?
Yeah. I made this song called Numero 9,
Numero nine
Romelu
for,
Luca. Yeah.
Lukaku. You know, we're
Uh,
the champions of Italy this year. We're both Inter
yeah.
fans.
Oh, that's the thing, man. It's
Yeah,
Inter
so
Milan.
yes. So you know,
I'm so happy about Inter Milan. I don't know, even because it was my favorite team also growing up, and like they just represent the idea of the dream Italy what I would like to live in, where you have like kids from all over the world making it and living out their dream. Like the reason why I'm
Internazionale. That's the name of our team,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. Even like the reason why I made this song about Lukaku is because I remember when I was a kid, we will be watching games from Ronaldo, Recoba. I don't know if you know those players. And
Yeah.
man, we were so Obafemi
Adriano.
Martin, yeah, Obafemi
Adriano.
Martins. And to us kids, like in the neighborhoods, those people they resonated so much. Like they meant so much to us. They were like our hero, our chance to believe that we could make something great in life. So
That's
that
real.
that was the
That's,
idea about it.
no, that's
So
real.
yeah.
That's real stuff right there, bro. Because that was like the figure for you to say, like, there is a way. You know? There is a way we can.
Yeah, absolutely. But sometimes I wonder, like for you, like who were your figures? Were they Italian people or were Black American people,
Like
American
growing
people in
up.
general? Yeah.
So growing up, my idol. I mean, listen, I I used to go to Italy every summer as a kid, and I still
Okay.
do. So I've been to Italy like 28 times. So
Okay.
like for me, I was a big Inter fan when I was a kid. I love Ronaldo, but
Okay.
I also love Michael Jordan. You know,
Okay.
like I used to be obsessed with Michael Jordan. Like even growing up, I was like a Bulls fan instead of being a Knick fan. You know what I mean? But then as I got older, I
Hmm.
became a Knick fan. But that's how like important Michael Jordan was
I
to every
guess.
kid in the world because he was just amazing. You know, like and then of course the movie Space Jam. Like even
Yeah.
if you don't watch the sport, So you watch the
Yeah,
movie,
everyone
you
knows.
you find a way to like him. You know what I'm saying?
But correct me if I'm wrong. There hasn't been anything close to Michael Jordan after him.
Kobe
Or that
Bryant,
was
Kobe Bryant,
yeah.
LeBron. Well,
But I mean,
Kobe's actually, spoke Italian and everything. I don't know if you know that.
yeah. I remember. Yeah. I saw the videos of him rapping in Italian. I was freaked out. I was like,
Yeah,
damn,
because
he could have
he
had a
grew up in
career.
Italy. He spent a lot of
Yeah,
time in
yeah,
Italy. I think his dad played
yeah,
professional
yeah,
over there.
yeah.
So,
100%.
I mean, Kobe has
And I
5 rings, and LeBron James. Those are only guys that come
yeah,
close. But to me, they're not close because, like,
exactly. That's what I mean. What he meant for people, because like even my father, he doesn't care much about basketball, but he knew Michael Jordan, and he would buy us Jordan sometimes when he could as a kid, because
I think
like
the thing with Michael Jordan was that he changed the culture.
yeah,
He like
yeah,
he changed everything. You know what I'm saying? Like even the way. Oh,
yeah. No, you were like, okay,
yeah. So
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan was like that figure when he played, and every kid wanted to be like him. Even his style, like he wore sneakers that no one ever wore before. His shorts, he wore them different. You know what I'm saying? Like everything about
Yeah,
him. And then also the fact that a team like Chicago, where they're like weren't like that Lakers or Celtics, like not a
yeah,
big franchise at the time. Like he brought them, he stayed with them, and he won with them. Like a lot of
yeah.
people
That's
now, like okay, Kobe
yeah.
stayed with the Lakers too, but like certain
Well, the
players,
Lakers are the Lakers, of
yeah,
course.
exactly. Like a lot of people like leave team, like LeBron James, right? Like he left Cleveland to go to
Cleveland.
Miami. He won
Yeah.
in Miami, then went back to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? So like
But did he win in Cleveland?
not right away. He left one with Miami first, then went
Yeah.
back to Cleveland, one with Cleveland, then went to the Lakers.
Okay, I see. I
Where he is
see.
now. But listen, he's this insane athlete too. Like
Totally, man. Totally.
freak of nature.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I also think it's about also the moment, what was going on when Michael Jordan was. Sometimes it's also about timing, don't you think so? Like about timing, that some heroes like are born in the time where they're the only one that can shine, and then some other people have to compete, because sometimes we're always gonna remember Messi and Ronaldo, but if there wasn't Messi, Ronaldo would be like the biggest star ever for the last 10 years. And if there wasn't Ronaldo, Messi would be the biggest star. But then they had to share it. I have the feeling that Michael Jordan was just the biggest superstar, like the first time an athlete had the chance to get to that
All the
level of
attention.
stardom.
All
Yeah,
the
yeah,
attention.
yeah,
That's true.
100%.
That's true too. So, so yeah, I looked up to Ronaldo, the
Mm.
R9 growing up.
Okay.
Michael Jordan, definitely. And
Uh-huh.
like a bunch of athletes really, like and singers too, like Eros
Uh-huh.
Sotti, like stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you say Eros Ramazzotti?
Yeah.
Really?
A lot of
Nice.
Italian Americans love him.
Really? I can imagine. I can imagine.
I
It
want
is
to ask
though.
you something about like the Italian rap scene, man, because it's really like blowing up in Italy right now. Like,
Yeah. Like lately, like there was
we're
a
talk-
revolution that
like we're talking
started in
about viral
2000.
moments, like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
like a lot of viral moments that I feel are happening.
yeah. Like ever since 2016, there was this new generation of artists that they just made things different, and they took the game to a whole different new level.
Because
Like,
I feel like
and
now a
that's
lot of
when.
Italian artists that rap,
Mhm.
like the Italian rappers, are getting a lot of love in the rest of Europe, like UK.
Yeah. A few of them are. Strangely enough, it's incredible, but yeah, some of them are really, even some, like what's happening lately is that like there is this kid Rondo that is doing collabos with UK artists. Like it's crazy.
Like Central C, C Central.
Yeah. Like it's like the scene has never been this big. I guess it's at its finest.
Yeah,
I
so
also think it's because there isn't that much options. I have the feeling. Like I can say this: pop music in Italy, sucks lately. Pop music wasn't able to keep up to date like the hip hop trap music did. You know what I
Well,
mean?
hip hop and trap music is pop now, bro.
Yeah, that's it. And
That's
in
what it
Italy,
is.
like it's on one side you get those rappers, okay, and then on the other side you get those Eros Ramazzotti who are still there. I think Italy is one of those. I cannot explain it. Like, can you imagine if, like, I don't know, Bruce Springsteen was the cool celebrity, but for some people in
Oh,
Italy,
you
all
know,
those old folks, they're like, wow, you feel me?
yeah, like we were talking about it recently, but like Italian artists like Edos and all that, that's who like Italian Americans know. Like Sfera
Yeah,
Basta, Gue Pequeño, these guys I interview, like we're trying to show everyone, like,
I
what's going
see,
on
I
in
see.
Italy now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I see.
But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's crazy because like I thought the same. But one thing I will say, like just to talk about hip hop, the rock bands, Bruce Springsteen, Van Halen,
Mm,
they don't even like really make new music and they still sell out, right?
okay.
If an older rapper like tries doing something, they'd be like, why is he mad old trying to sing? But it's also about the culture. It's about the culture too, bro.
Uh,
Like
I feel you.
you gotta think of that.
Yeah, I
Maybe like
feel you.
certain rappers that, like let's say once certain rappers rap a long time, they're gonna be like, what is he doing? Still like rapping,
Yeah,
like he's too old.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
I
the
feel
culture
you.
thing, like
Uh, you're right. I think probably Jay-Z is the only 50-year-old that's still putting it and still have the coolness, you know. Even Snoop Dogg is almost getting to that stage where he's laying low a little bit.
yeah, he's legend. He's
Whereas
legend now.
Yeah, whereas those rock bands, they keep going 100%. No, but what I was trying to tell you is this, like, even for my country, like my parents who are like 50 years and above, they listen to the cool shit. They listen to like the Afro beats artists like Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy. They don't want to listen to the old shit. They want to listen to the new cool stuff. Whereas I have the feeling that in Italy, people keep listening to the old stuff. Like they keep effing with the old stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the tradition doesn't leave, you know. Like I was shocked. I went to Zucchero's concert
Oh
and
my
it was
God.
in an arena. It was like 30,000 people. And I was like, really? I didn't know. But man, those people, man, they still have their shine. They still have their thing going
Hell yeah.
on. It's
Hell yeah.
shocking.
That's
Yeah,
funny. It's true.
yeah, yeah.
So listen, we were talking about Afro Italiani,
Mm,
and you were talking about role models you saw like
mm,
playing for
mm,
Inter and the soccer
mm.
teams. So give us some people like Afro Italiani that we should know right now in Italy.
Oh, okay. I mean, in the music industry, you mean, or
Anything. Like we're talking
in
about
general?
Michele.
In general, okay, nice, nice. I really appreciate this. You have to know this. On the 2nd of June, it's gonna be in Italian, but like I'm doing my TED talk is gonna come out. A TED talk where I talk about Afro Italians, yeah. And in this TED talk about how things have changed. And of course, before we were talking about that Zero, this new television series came out for Netflix, and it was written by Antonio Di Chele Di Stefano. He's an Afro Italian kid, and it also, like you were saying that you saw me in the video for the promotion. In this video for the promotion of this series, there were a bunch of famous Afro-Italian people, like Loretta Grace. She's a famous singer who's also known to be like good on YouTube, and like she posts a lot of stuff about makeup and stuff like that. So she's a good content creator. There is Bellamy, but also in the music industry, like as I was telling you, I run this radio program for TRX Radio. Like 2 years ago, this radio was created in Italy. This radio was created in Italy, and it was created by a bunch of rappers. Like it includes We Pequeño, Fabri Fibra, Salmo, all of them. It's called TRX Radio, and in this radio, I have a music program called Due Girap. And in this radio program, I talk about all the music from the second generation immigrants in Italy. So all
Oh,
kind of artists. So like some artists are really blowing up. Like there is this kid, I don't know if you ever heard him, he's called Baby Gang. I think if I'm not wrong,
no,
he's Moroccan.
bro.
Man, he's going
I know
hard, man.
I know that guy. Yeah, of
He's
course.
going
Listen,
hard, man.
bro, listen.
Yeah,
I saw his video. I think it's called Blitz Gang.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
when I watched this, I had to watch it like 2 times in a row. I'm like, what
bro.
what is this? But he's
Bro, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I think you know how rap, hip hop, it's struggle music. I think it's mostly the foreign artists that have real stories to tell. I'll be honest, because a lot of times, like other famous artists are people who are doing well enough in life already, pretending to be coming from some kind of struggle. I mean, you come to Italy, like unless you come from the south and you see some of the mafia shit, it's quite laid back in the rest of the country. Unless you're foreign and you actually have to go through rough
in the
situations.
trenches.
So yeah, I mean, most of the time, us foreigners we come like we're children of parents who come to this country not knowing anyone, not knowing languages, and really they have to struggle. So like I really fuck with artists like Baby Gang because I know that shit is real. It's not like I think his music. Someone might say that it sounds like a lot of other Italian artists, but this shit is real. I can
He's
feel
from Morocco, right? He's from Morocco.
yeah.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
you can
okay.
feel that he actually had to go through shit in life. And
Yeah.
I don't know, sometimes I actually wanted to ask you about it. Be honest with me. Please be honest. But how does it feel to you sometimes when you see those Italian white artists pretending to be black kids from Atlanta?
The thing that bugs me out, and I've said it before, because like I feel in America especially, like we learned how to like respect, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
using the N word, certain like things like that is
Yeah.
very important, especially
Yeah.
in America,
Yeah.
So I feel like Italy's behind with that, and like I see a lot of rappers in Italy wearing do-rags and stuff like that. Now bro, I grew up in Brooklyn. Like I'm 2 blocks away from the projects. Like I play basketball every day. I was the worst basketball player on my team. You know what I mean? like,
Okay.
like just to put it like
Okay.
that. So when I see like these kids wearing do-rags, I'm like, why are they wearing do-rags? Like do-rags are meant for like people that want waves and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
for me, that's like the confusing part.
It
So
is quite confusing, man.
like
I'm glad you see it. I'm glad
now
you see it
listen,
because
I see it, and it's funny because all my friends that work in like hip hop here and stuff like that, sometimes I'll put like Italian music, like the Italian rap scene, and they laugh and we make fun of certain things. Like we think it's funny, like what the hell are they doing? But I gotta be honest too, like the production and videos and stuff are really cool to watch. Like it's kind of
yeah,
crazy to see like how far Italian rap has come in a matter of
yeah,
two,
that's
three
true.
years. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like, because I didn't pay attention to a lot of Italian rap, and now I pay attention. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you. I feel you. Like I can't deny it. Like there was a generational change. Like as I was telling you in 2016, those new artists just started doing like stuff like, but not thinking as Italian. They were thinking as international stars, and some of them actually managed to become international stars. So yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. Sometimes I just wish that there will be just more of that respect that you were talking about.
Yeah.
That respect, because at the end of the day, it's
That's
black
gotta
music.
come, bro. But that comes from people like you, guys like you that have a platform, like
Yeah, I
it's
feel
all on
you.
you. And I feel like there should be I was talking to Lion about it. Like, I don't really know who the biggest Afro-Italian like rap or
hmm
rap star is.
Yeah, yeah,
Who was that girl you
yeah.
said?
No, no, no. She's not an
A
artist.
singer.
Like to be honest, artist like it's more between me and Young, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Young is
yeah. But
is doing
you
his
guys
thing.
have a great platform, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I
Mhm.
would love to see like the big guys like show you guys some love. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only
I
way. You know
see.
what I'm saying?
But I see. But you bring me back to one point that sometimes I find it hard to understand, which is sometimes I don't understand like the bigger guys when they're doing this rap shit and they know that this rap shit comes from black ghetto kids in the US. Like how
Bronx,
sometimes
you know?
it's weird to me that sometimes they don't feel like there is something weird that is just 99% white people that are just doing it. You know what? You know how I feel. Like, listen to this. Like when I got signed, okay, one of the reasons why I got signed, listen to this. One of the reasons why I got signed to Universal Music back in the days, it's also because like the president of Universal Music in France, okay, came to Italy. He went to one of those famous hip hop events where all rappers sing, and so he saw all of the Italian rappers. He saw all the people in the crowd, and then he went to someone from Universal Italy, and he was like, "Hey, why is it just white people? Like, really? Why is there no no single black artist and there's no one black in the crowd?" So then those people at Universal Music started thinking, "Oh man, maybe we should do something about
Should
it."
find an artist like that.
Yeah, and just it's also just a matter of giving some other people opportunities. But that's where, like, sometimes I think, like in Italy, it's even harder for black kids to have a chance because making music costs a lot of money. No, it
That's
costs a
the
lot of money.
problem, bro. Like a lot of
Yeah,
people, even that I know, the small artists here, the talent gets beaten by a game plan and money every time. Like I know some of the
exactly.
most talented kids that just don't have money for studio time, for production,
Yeah,
for beats,
I know, man.
and they get beat every time, man. You need that.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I have the feeling that in the US, sometimes even though there's not money for like project kids, there are some situations. Maybe there's the drug dealer of the neighborhood who will finance someone's album, or there's like a youth center, or there is like a state program
Yeah,
or some shit
yeah,
like that.
that
Yeah,
happens
that's what we,
sometimes. That happens sometimes. Yeah,
and I think that's what we don't have here. Like ladders for people who do not have the same amount of opportunity. You
yeah.
feel me?
You
So
guys
yeah.
definitely have drug dealers there, though.
Man, the drug dealers here are not into rap, man. But I guess maybe they have no idea
They
that's
have no idea
going
about the
on.
business part of it,
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure, like in the US, man, there's so many freaking artists that blow up that even a drug dealer will be like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna invest in you, so you're gonna become the next Jay-Z, you're gonna become
Yeah,
the next
exactly,
Kendrick Lamar."
exactly.
Yeah, it's harder here. It's
But
harder
Tom,
here.
I
It's
I
different.
really enjoyed this convo, man.
Me
This
too,
was great.
man. Me too.
We
Man.
gotta do this more
Oh,
often. Listen,
I'm here.
I'm gonna end it right here. For
Okay.
everybody, make sure to check Tommy out on social media. He has an album on the way. Do you want to tell
Yeah.
anybody about that? Anything you could tease
I'm
us?
working like what I've been trying to do lately is trying to make a fusion between Italian rap and Afrobeat because I'm Nigerian, you know.
Exactly.
I was born in Nigeria. So I don't know if you ever heard about some of the Afro track songs.
Yeah.
Do you know Burna Boy or Wizkid, or you never heard of Davido? There are some artists that like
Davido, yeah, of course. I know Davido.
yeah,
Davido's a international star, bro.
exactly. So like people from my country are doing that shit internationally. So I'm trying to bring that wave to Italy, man. That's what I'm trying to do.
No, I
So
love
yeah.
that. Well,
Oh, bro,
we're rooting for you, bro.
thank
Listen,
you, man. It was a pleasure.
hang on the line. I'm gonna end it here for everybody, but I'm gonna need you to do one more
Okay.
thing. Thank you for your
Okay.
time. As
Take
always,
care, man.
like and subscribe, guys. We'll see you soon.